Welcome to Module 1, Introduction to Urbanization, Growth of World Cities. Do you know what is so unique about Chang'an in China? Or what made Constantinople very prominent in the first millennium? Do you know how population forecasts are estimated? Did you know that Lagos will rank as the #1 most populated city in the world by 2100? Do you know how to characterize urbanization or quantify infrastructure growth in Africa? The first module of this course gives context to the growth of world cities as an introduction to urbanization. By the end of this module, you'll be able to identify the context and projections for urbanization in global cities and in African cities as a learning outcome. Then you'll go through the topics of this module. In a series of videos, you will get an introduction to the origin of cities, population projections, and demands on infrastructure. In the first video, you'll discover the origin of cities, with reference to the book The Great Cities in History by John Julius Norwich. In the second video, you'll understand the modeling behind the population forecasts and the special case of Africa, with reference to the article by Hoornweg and Pope on population predictions for the world's largest cities in the 21st century. In the third video, you'll discover the size of the infrastructure growth that is required in Africa, with reference to Kobina et al.'s paper on Africa's urbanization, implications for sustainable development, and by Hoornweg et al. On meeting the infrastructure challenges of African cities, and the World Bank's report on Africa's infrastructure, a time for transformation. And to give you context for urban infrastructure from real city examples, you'll get to see examples from global cities in Toronto, London, and Tokyo in the form of YouTube videos, and examples from African cities in Lagos, Kigali, and Dar es Salaam, again in the form of YouTube videos. A module summary in the form of a checklist to recap what was presented appears at the end of the module, followed by a quiz to test your comprehension and a chance to join the discussion to reflect on the material by contributing your thoughts on the role that engineers can take to address the demands on infrastructure due to rapidly growing populations. Should you want to look further into the readings, have a look at the sources